So I thought since new gear was added in this recent actually good update, I was gonna make a video on GODROLL equipment in Deepwoken. So here is this. So yeah, amazing intro. Today I'm going to be showing you the best GODROLL equipment for both PvP and if you're doing bad in Diluvian and want to try to solo it, but you can't figure out what the best gear is, Diluvian, and every other PvE aspect in the game. So yeah, I just want to say a few notes before this gets started. First of all, the PvP category is very generalized. There are definitely a few scenarios where that wouldn't be the best equipment, but like it's just for raw HP scenarios, and assuming you have mantras, since, I mean, most tanky builds are just boss rating builds, or I guess chime builds too, but yeah. So there's that. I think I'm gonna Void Watch right now. Yes, I am. Another note is that I put Ignition Deep Delver as all the armor, like added stats total, just because it has the most raw, has the best raw stats, doesn't have, like, I'm not including the talent obviously, and it has the most durability and stuff, so yeah. It's the most what's it called? Flexible armor, I guess. Most, I forgot what the word was, but anyways, let's just get started. I'm gonna start off with PvP. Here it is. Here's the guide, and I'm actually just gonna leave the game real quick. I'm scared. So for PvP, you want to prioritize physical armor on your legendary pips and just raw HP on your rare pips and ether as your kind of secondary. Because one important thing you have to know about pips is that you can't have all of them the same thing. So you can't have just all physical armor or all HP, stuff like that. So that's just some common knowledge you need to know going into this. If some stats are like, why do you only have 8 ether? It's because I have to have something else. So yeah, Parasail Planter, the new head equipment, is the best head equipment for both PvP and PvE. It is actually insane. So in PvP, it can help with, obviously fire, right? But it also has 7 innate HP, 10 with 3 stars. So that is the highest, that is tied with the highest innate HPs of the game, and it has one more rare pip than all the helmets, or one, something like that. It has one more pip than all the helmets in the game, besides Vigil Hood and Deepwoken Hood, I think, are the only two. So, anyways, with that being said, you're going to have 8 physical armor and 26 total HP by the end of God rolling this, and 2 legendary pips will go into physical armor, 4 into rare HP, and then you'll have 10 and 8 HP, adding up to this total. And then Bastions of Enmity is the new it's the new best arms piece for overall tankiness, and pips as well. So yeah. And on this one, you're gonna have 16 physical armor, 31 HP, 10 ether, and 2 posture. 4 legendary pips into physical armor, 2 rare HP, drowned, so that gives 10 and 8 HP and 10 and 8 ether, 13 and 8 HP, and 2 and 8 posture. This is the best arm piece in the game now because of the added posture, and then it just has the best pips tied with Diver's Light Plate and Delver Duster, I think, are the only two. Or Grand Fisher Plate, it was one of those two. Okay, next, Star Boots, always going to be meta probably. I mean, there might eventually be better boots, but it's going to stay like this for a while. It's been like that for over a year. So 30 HP, 8 ether, pretty common knowledge. 8 ether would be the best on this one because, I mean, if you have mantras, then that's just, that's just good, right? But yeah, so you're going to have 2 legendary HP, 3 rare HP, 1 rare ether, and 8 and 8 HP from the 3 stars and the 5 and 8 HP on Star Boots. Next is Confessor's Charm because it gives physical armor, and you're gonna have 13 HP, 8 ether, 1 legendary HP, 2 rare HP, 1 rare ether, 3 innate physical armor. Citadel frames, you're gonna have them colored because the non-colored Citadel frames actually give -2 posture, so the colored ones are just better because they give -1 posture. These ones are gonna have 16 ether, 6 sanity, because sanity actually gives half of the ether back in the pip. So yeah, with 2 rare ether pips, 1 rare sanity, 5 innate HP, and -1 innate posture. Moonlit earrings are gonna have 24 ether, 6 sanity, 3 ether, or 6 sanity, which has a 3 ether and 2 HP, 3 rare ether, 1 rare sanity, 2 innate HP. Moon ring is going to have 9 HP, 1 posture, with 3 rare HP, 1 rare posture. Same with waning ring, and then any legendary ring, 7 HP, 1 posture for both of them. Pretty simple there. And then with Ignition Deep Delver, the grand total added stats are 139 HP, 57 physical armor, 35 elemental armor, 69 ether, 5 posture. So pretty good, to be honest. Like, most people have 40 or 45 physical armor, I feel like, is what I see frequently, even though there's a lot of videos of people with like 50 physical armor at least. But yeah, this is probably the best min-max stats you can have for raw tankiness. Moving on to PVE, Diluvian / Hellmode. This is just for mage builds because I was gonna make a melee one, but then I realized it was literally gonna be the same one, but with I think I actually added a note for that. The only thing that varies between melee and mage in Diluvian / Hellmode builds is ring of casters. So yeah, M1 builds have slightly higher monster damage, but you could just ignore that. So Parasol Planter once again is going to have 6 monster damage, 16 monster armor, 4 physical armor, 4 elemental armor, and 10 HP, with 2 legendary pips being monster damage, 4 in rare monster / physical / elemental armor. When you get 4% monster armor, you also get 1% physical and elemental armor. And then 10 and 8 HP. Pathfinder Elite is going to have 16 monster damage, 21 monster armor, 40 physical armor, 4 elemental armor, 13 HP, 10 ether, with 2 legendary monster damage, 4 rare monster / phys / elm armor, which is going to be drowned, so it gains 5 and 8 monster damage, 5 and 8 monster armor, 10 and 8 HP, and 10 and 8 ether. And then 5 and 8 monster damage with the Pathfinder, and 3 and 8 HP also from that. Star Boots, 6 monster damage, 24 HP. You could definitely have higher monster damage than that, but this also just takes into account of HP. 2 legendary monster damage, 4 rare HP, and 8 and 8 HP. Confessor's Charm is going to have 3 monster damage, 12 HP, 3 physical armor, with 1 legendary monster damage, 3 rare HP, 3 and 8 physical armor. Thrall of Enmity is going to have 2 monster damage. Oh yeah, let me explain this real quick. Thrall of Enmity grants a passive Lose Your Mind. So if you guys know about the build Sweeping Spectre version 4, that is currently the best Diluvian build because Parasol Planter combined with Thrall of Enmity makes the perfect Diluvian build because Thrall of Enmity gives Lose Your Mind passive, so you don't actually need the 30 strength anymore, and it's been proven that Berserker barely adds any resistance. So Thrall of Enmity is just really good combined with Parasol Planter and Flame Within. It's just actually godly. So Moonlit Earrings are going to have... Oh wait, no, I'm good. So Thrall of Enmity will have 2 monster damage and 8 ether, with 2 rare monster damage and 1 rare ether. Moonlit Earrings are going to have 3 monster damage, 2 HP, 8 ether, with 3 rare monster damage, 1 rare ether, 2 and 8 HP. Ishin's Ring, Ring of Casters, and Diver's Ring all just have... Oh wait, no, just Ishin's Ring and Ring of Casters have 2 monster damage with 2 rare pips and 2 monster damage. Diver's Ring has 2 monster damage and 2 HP, with 2 rare pips and monster damage and 1 uncommon HP. Akira's Ring is going to have 4 monster damage and 3 HP, 1 legendary monster damage, 1 rare monster damage, and 1 rare HP. And some of you might be wondering why Ishin's Ring and Ring of Casters is allowed to have the same pips. You only need to vary your pips if you have 3 or more. So that's why Diver's Ring and Akira's Ring both have to have some sort of HP there. So the grand total added stats with Ignition Deep Delver is, including Echo upgrades, which gives 8 monster damage and 8 monster armor. 52 monster damage, 45 monster armor, 66 HP, 41 physical armor, 43 elemental armor, and 26 ether. So that's the best you can get. There's no other min-maxing on that. So yeah. So PVE with humanoid bosses, hybrid / mage, and I made a humanoid bosses melee too, but I'm not gonna really... I'll probably go over that one actually. So yeah. So Parasol Planter once more is gonna have 54 ether, 14 HP, with 2 legendary ether, 3 rare ether, 1 rare HP, 10 and 8 HP. And some of you might be thinking that why I don't have any HP. So once you get really, really good at mastering a boss, this is just assuming this scenario, then you could really just parry or dodge everything. So that's kind of why it's like this, because you don't really technically need HP. You just want to be spamming mantras for bosses like Chaser or Etheron. Like for Chaser especially, Chaser and Etheron, you really run out of ether fast, so all these added ether bonuses are just really useful for layer 2, and even decently useful for Ferryman, speedrunning, or, even something specific as Maestro. But yeah. Okay, Bastions of Enmity is going to have 68 ether, 27 HP, and 2 posture, with 4 legendary pips in ether, 1 rare ether, 1 rare HP. Make it drowned for 10 and 8 HP and 10 and 8 ether, and then 13 more in 8 HP and 2 and 8 posture. Star Boots are going to have 54 ether, 12 HP, with 2 legendary pips in ether, 3 rare in ether, 1 rare in HP, 8 and 8 in HP. Cataclysm Pendant. So another note is that all humanoid bosses use elemental damage as their primary attack style, like Duke, even though you shouldn't really need a build for Duke, but Chaser, Ferryman. So elemental resistance is the best for this, even though we only have one single thing with elemental armor, it's still like it's fine. So that's why it's not Confessor Charm. So that one's gonna have 28 ether, 4 HP, and 3 elemental armor with 1 legendary pip in ether, 2 rare in ether, 1 rare in HP, and 3 innate elemental armor. Hive Lord Mask is gonna have 24 ether and 6 sanity for 3 added ether. You can get that with 3 rare pips in ether and 1 rare in sanity. Old Blood Earrings, it's not Moonlit Earrings because Old Blood Earrings have 5 innate ether, so it's just a really min-max earrings right there for humanoid bosses. So they've got 29 ether total, 6 sanity, adding 3 ether. You can get that from 3 rare pips in ether, 1 rare in sanity, 5 innate ether. And then Ishin's Ring and Ring of Casters have 16 ether with 2 rares in both. And any legendary ring both have 18 ether, 6 sanity, resulting in 3 more ether. And then you put the pips in 1 legendary ether, 1 rare ether, and 1 rare sanity. And the grand total of added stats with Ignition Deep Delver, even though you really shouldn't be using that, the best one is Grand Pathfinder Elite. It'll have 332 ether, 59 HP, 30 physical armor, 38 elemental armor, and 2 posture. You can really just ignore the physical and elemental armor for this one, but I just added it there in case you wanted to see it. Okay, next up is PVE humanoid bosses with melee. So Parasol Planter, once again, it's gonna have 8 elemental armor and 26 HP. Again, this is I think that note was actually for this one. Yeah, I have elemental armor here because all humanoid bosses use elemental attacks, so there's that. So Parasol Planter, 8 elemental armor with 26 HP, 2 legendary elemental armor, 4 rare HP, 10 innate HP. Bastions of Enmity is going to have 16 elemental armor, 31 HP, 10 ether, and 2 posture. 4 rare pips into legendary elemental, 2 rare HP, drowned, so 10 more innate HP and 10 more innate ether, 13 innate HP, 2 innate posture. So yeah, Star Boost is going to have the same stats as PvP, 30 HP, 8 ether, 2 legendary pips in HP, 3 rare in HP, 1 rare in ether, and 8 in HP. Cataclysm Pendant, elemental armor again is going to have 13 HP, 8 ether, and 3 elemental armor, with 1 pip in legendary HP, 2 in rare HP, 1 in rare ether, and 3 innate physical armor. Citadel frames colored are going to have 16 ether, 6 sanity for 3 added ether, 5 HP, and -1 posture, resulting in 2 rare ether, 1 rare sanity, 5 innate HP, and -1 innate posture. Moonlit Earrings are going to have 24 ether and 2 HP with 3 rare ether, 2 innate HP. I didn't put Old Blood Earrings because we're not really looking for ether in melee builds because they usually have enough to just get their damage buffs out. So, we don't really need that, but so we just have the HP there. Ishin's Ring is going to have 2 rare HP, resulting in 6 HP. Moon/Waning Ring is going to have not 7 HP, 9 HP, 1 posture, 3 rare HP, 1 rare posture. Actually, I don't know why I didn't put both rings on here. That's a good question. I'm going to change that because just so you know, this is only, you can have Diver's Ring on here, right? Because Chaser and Etheron or I guess just humanoids, so Chaser is affected by Diver's Ring, so just keep that in mind. I don't know why I put just 2 legendary rings. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, both the Moon and Waning Ring are gonna have 9 HP and 1 posture with 3 rare HP and 1 rare posture. And the posture is just kind of useful because if you do hold block a bit too much, then you just won't be punished that much for it. So yeah, I think you can also have ether in replacement of the posture, so that's always an option. And then any legendary ring, usually Akira's or Dawnfist. Oh, maybe that's why I put 2 legendary rings, but we'll just put this for now. We'll have 7 HP, 1 posture with 1 legendary HP, 1 rare HP, and 1 rare posture. And the grand total stats added with Ignition Deep Delver is 62 elemental armor, 136 HP, 69 ether, and 4 posture. So the reason this is a lot more tanky than the mage build is because, like I said a bit earlier, we don't need ether. We can just go tankier because there's not really another damage option for humanoid bosses on melee. Because ether would help us deal more damage on a mage build, but on this one, doesn't really do that much. So yeah, it's just mostly HP and elemental armor. Okay, PvE monster bosses, hybrid/mage. So this category is just going to mostly be monster damage and monster armor, with ether as kind of the very secondary one. Parasol Planter is going to have 9 monster damage, 4 monster armor, 1 physical armor, 1 elemental armor, and 10 HP, with 2 legendary monster damage pips, 3 rare monster damage pips, 1 rare monster damage pip. Oh wait, I wrote that wrong. Hold on. You could also replace the monster armor with ether. I just didn't do that because I just feel like, would you rather have 4 HP or 4% monster armor, right? I mean, well, I just feel like it's not that worth it because you could have 4 monster armor or 8 ether. I mean, just not that worth it. Pathfinder Elite is going to have 19 monster damage, 9 monster armor, 1 physical armor, 1 elemental armor, and 13 HP, with 2 legendary monster damage pips, 3 rare monster damage pip, 1 rare monster armor pip, and it's going to be drowned with 5 and 8 monster damage, 5 and 8 monster armor, 10 and 8 ether, 10 and 8 HP, 5 and 8 monster damage, and 3 and 8 HP. War Shreds of Enmity, kind of difficult to get. I've done like 6 Heart of Enmity bosses, and I haven't gotten them yet. So keep that in mind, but it does give, I'll show you what it gives. The reason why it's the best for monster damage, just raw monster damage, is because it gives 2 legendary pips, and that's higher than any other boots in the game, so you can just have more monster damage as a result. So they're going to have 10 monster damage with 12 HP, 3 legendary monster damage pips, 1 rare monster damage pip, 1 rare HP pip, and 8 and 8 HP. And then I don't know why I did this. I might replace Star Boots here with War Shreds of Enmity. I really don't know why I did that. Yeah, I might replace that. It'll be updated in the description, but yeah. So, yeah, I already explained that. Confessor's Charm is going to have 5 monster damage, 8 ether, and 3 physical armor, with 1 legendary monster damage, 2 rare monster damage, 1 rare ether, and 3 and 8 physical armor. Hive Lord Mask is going to have 3 monster damage and 8 ether, with 3 rare monster damage and 1 rare ether. Old Blood Earrings is going to have 3 monster damage and 13 ether. Again, I just put Old Blood instead of Moonlit just for some extra ether. It's going to have 3 rare monster damage, 1 rare ether, and 5 and 8 ether. Ishin's Ring and Ring of Casters are both going to have 2 monster damage with 2 rare monster damage pips. Diver's Ring is going to have 2 monster damage with 6 ether, 2 rare monster damage, and 1 uncommon ether pips. And any legendary ring, usually actually, I guess usually it doesn't really matter, but 4 monster damage, 8 ether, with 1 legendary monster damage, 1 rare monster damage, and 1 rare ether pip. So the grand total stats added with Ignition Deep Delver, even though you'll probably be using Prophet's Cloak or Grand Pathfinder Elite, kind of depends. It'll have 67 monster damage, 21 monster armor, 33 HP, 37 elemental armor, 35 physical armor, and 46 ether. So PVE, last category, monster bosses melee. It's going to be really similar to monster bosses Hyrbid / Mage, but I did think it was more necessary to add than humanoid bosses melee because of certain conditions in general. So really the only differences, I'm not even gonna say all of them because some of them really are the exact same. War Shreds of Enmity is going to have 12 HP instead of 8 ether and 8 HP because it just puts the 1 rare pip free into HP instead of ether. So yeah, because you don't really need ether usually because you'll have enough. And then what other difference? Yeah, Confessor's Charm has 4 HP instead of 8 ether for the exact same reason. And Moonlit Earrings instead of Old Blood Earrings, just for HP instead of ether. I think and then the rings just have HP instead of ether for the spare pip, and that's about it. And the grand total with Ignition Deep Delver is going to have 67 monster damage, 21 monster armor, 51 HP, 37 elemental armor, 35 physical armor, and 16 ether. The only difference is that it has less ether, more HP. I think that's literally it. So yeah, that is it for the GODROLL guide. Please tell me if something looks wrong by either Discord, Gmail, or simply commenting on this video. It will be updated when a new update, well, let me rephrase that. It will be updated when better equipment releases in future updates, but that probably won't be for a while because they really did add a lot of stuff in this one, at least for gear and bosses. So they probably won't add more bosses for a decent amount of time, probably until, layer 3. But we'll see. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or something does not add up, again, tell me in the comments. That would just be the easiest, I'd say. So yeah, and if you just have any general questions, ask those too in the comments. So yeah, and I'm gonna quickly replace Star Boots with War Shreds of Enmity because I don't really know why I did that. there's really no reason. It'll have less HP, so you don't have to do that, but yeah. But it'll have 9 monster damage, and I believe 8 not 8 HP. We got 16 HP, so that's an 8 HP drop. Again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's just technically better, so yeah. Also, one thing I really wanted to say is that, I really should have said this earlier, since most people probably aren't watching this right now, but there's like been a rumor that, not rumor, there's just been speculation that there's a soft cap on monster damage. That is not true. So even though some of these things go past the monster damage quote unquote soft cap, it's not actually real, so it can't hurt you guys, I swear. So the grand total on this one will actually be this. So yeah, so the grand total on the PVE Diluvian / Hellmode is going to have 55 monster damage, 45 monster armor, 50 HP, 41 fizz, 43 and 26 ether. So yeah, I think that is officially it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I hope this helps a lot. And I'll put the sheet, the sheet link in the description. Thank you.